Kevin glanced at his watch, then slid out of the booth. I've said what I needed to say. You do whatever you want with it. He paused, looking down at me with a hint of something resembling regret. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. And just like that, he was gone, leaving me alone with my thoughts. I stared out the window, watching him walk to his car, and wondered what the hell I was supposed to do now. The answers I'd been searching for didn't bring me any peace, only more questions. One thing was clear, though. Rachel wasn't just unfaithful. She was calculated, manipulative, and cruel. And she wasn't going to get away with it. As I drove home from the diner, Kevin's words echoed in my mind. Rachel wasn't just unfaithful. She was manipulative, using everyone around her to suit her needs. It wasn't just betrayal. It was a calculated dismantling of trust, and I wasn't about to let her walk away unscathed. When I got home, the house was quiet. Rachel was gone, her things packed up just as I demanded, but the emptiness felt more like a relief than a loss. I poured myself a drink, sat at the kitchen table, and opened my laptop. If Rachel had been this deceptive, there had to be more hidden beneath the surface. I started combing through her email and social media accounts again, looking for anything I might have missed. It didn't take long to find something. An email chain with her friend, Carla, dated months back. Carla had always been Rachel's confidant, the one she vented to when things got rough. But these emails weren't about venting, they were planning. One subject line read, "How to handle Brandon if he finds out." My heart raced as I clicked it open. The email was chilling in its casual tone. Rachel had laid out strategies for deflecting blame, manipulating my emotions, and spinning the story to make herself look like the victim. Carla's replies were just as complicit, full of advice on how to twist the narrative. I sat there stunned, scrolling through months of correspondence. They laughed about how naive I was, how easy it was to keep me in the dark. Rachel even joked about using the money from my savings to cover her distractions. It wasn't just Kevin. There were other men, hotel receipts, messages, and even a set of photos she'd sent to someone else. My hand shook as I saved every piece of evidence to a folder. If Rachel thought she could destroy my life and walk away unscathed, she was in for a rude awakening. But I wasn't just going to confront her. No, that would be too easy. I needed a plan, one that would expose her lies to everyone she'd manipulated, humiliated, and used. The next day, I made a few calls, first to a lawyer, then to a private investigator I'd found online. If Rachel had spent months weaving a web of deceit, I was going to unravel it thread by thread. The lawyer assured me I had a strong case for divorce, especially with the evidence I collected. As for the investigator, his job was simple: track down anything I might have missed. I wanted the full picture of Rachel's double life. While waiting for updates, I started putting my own plan into action. Rachel loved her social circle, friends who adored her, colleagues who admired her, and family who thought she could do no wrong. But none of them knew the real Rachel. That was about to change. I compiled everything, the emails, messages, receipts, photos, into a single document. Then I wrote a letter explaining everything she'd done. No anger, no insults, just cold, hard facts. At the end of the letter, I attached screenshots of her conversations with Carla, her messages to Kevin, and even the hotel receipts. The letter wasn't just for her. It was for everyone: her friends, her family, her colleagues. I wanted them all to see who she really was. She had built her life on lies, and I was about to pull the rug out from under her. A week later, everything was ready. The investigator had uncovered even more dirt, financial records showing Rachel had been siphoning money from our joint account into a private one. She wasn't just cheating, she was stealing from me. I sent all of it to my lawyer, who promised it would strengthen my case in court. The night before I planned to send out the letters, Rachel called me. It was the first time we'd spoken since she left. Her voice was soft, almost pleading. "Brandon," she said, "I know I messed up, but can we talk? Just once. I need to explain." I laughed bitterly. "You want to explain? Go ahead. Explain how you've been lying to me, cheating on me, stealing from me. Explain why I should even listen to you." She hesitated, her confidence faltering. "I didn't mean for it to get this bad. I was just unhappy. You weren't there for me, and Kevin, he made me feel alive again." "Alive?" I snapped. "You mean reckless? You mean selfish? Don't pretend this was about anything but you." She started to cry, but I didn't care. Her tears meant nothing to me now. "I'm filing for divorce," I said coldly. You'll hear from my lawyers soon. The next morning, I sent the letters. By the afternoon, my phone was blowing up with messages from Rachel's friends and family. Some were shocked, some were angry, and some even thanked me for telling the truth. Rachel's carefully curated image was crumbling, and there was nothing she could do to stop it. Later that evening, Rachel showed up at the house, banging on the door. "Brandon," she screamed, "how could you do this to me? You're ruining my life." I opened the door, staring at her with all the calm I could muster. "No, Rachel, you ruined your life. I just made sure everyone saw it." Her face twisted with rage, but I didn't give her a chance to respond. I closed the door in her face, locking it behind me. For the first time in months, I felt free. Rachel's lies had defined my life for too long, but not anymore. This was my story now, and it wasn't over yet.